Absorption photometry. This is a technique using which we estimate the concentration of a solute in a solution using the color of the solution. As the color of the solution increases, it absorbs more light. Accordingly, the amount of light transmitted by it decreases, and these changes in light intensity are measured using a machine. Absorption photometry is a simple but very efficient method of understanding the concentration of a solute in a solution if it is a colored solution. Colored solutions can be measured using our naked eye to a certain extent, or in the laboratory we can do it by an instrument called colorimeter. Even if there is no color for the original solution, we can derivatize the solute to form a colored derivative, a colored solute, and then we can measure the color intensity. You know that color is a property of the visible light. You might have heard of VIBGYOR or violet, indigo, blue, green, yellow, orange and red are the visible portions of electromagnetic radiation. When the wavelength is less than that of visible light, we say there is the UV light. When the wavelength is more, we call it infrared light. Now we have specific scientific instruments called spectrophotometers, which can be used to measure absorption of electromagnetic radiation in the UV region and also in the infrared region. In our college, in the microbiology department, we have a spectrophotometer. It can be used for measuring absorption in visible region and also in the UV region by a solute. Often you prepare tea in your home. How do you understand whether you added more tea dust or less tea dust into a tea? Simply by looking at the color. If there is more color, we see that we added more tea dust. As the concentration of the tea dust decreases, the color intensity also decreases. So often we can make a qualitative comparison. This is the principle behind absorption photometry. As the tea is more concentrated, the pigment in it absorbs more color. Therefore, only less color is transmitted. So the tea appears darker in color, or we say the tea has more color. The reverse is true when it contains less amount of tea dust. As the concentration of solute in the solution increases, absorbance of light also increases. It is true whether we are using UV or visible or infrared radiation. And when we are using several standards to get a plot, the plot looks like this. Concentration is plotted on the x-axis and absorbance on the y-axis. Absorption photometry is working on a law called Beer-Lambert law. Actually, it is a combination of two laws, Beer's law and Lambert law. Beer's law states that absorption of light by a solution is directly proportional to the concentration of solute in it, while Lambert's law states that absorption of light by a solution is proportional to the distance traveled by the light, that is path length, through the solution. So we have the Beer-Lambert law, which is a combination of the two laws, which states that absorption of light by a solution is proportional to the concentration of the solute and to the path length of the light in the solution. How do we measure the concentration of solute in photometry or in colorimetry? It's simple. We prepare a series of solutions with known concentration of the solute. We say standard 1 containing 1 milligram per ml, standard 2 2 milligram per ml, standard 3 3 milligram per ml, standard 4 4 milligram per ml, standard 5 5 milligram per ml, like that. And we use that solution, we place that solution in the machine and we measure the corresponding absorbance. And as you see in this graph, we plot a graph with the concentration of the solute on the x-axis and absorbance on the y-axis. We get a straight line. Then we take the solution for which we need to find out the concentration. We call it test. The test solution is placed in the machine and we get the absorbance. We find out the corresponding value of absorbance in the graph, extrapolate it and find out the corresponding concentration. It's very simple and quick and efficient. A colorimeter contains an electric bulb. So if you don't have electricity connection, the machine will not work. The bulb is producing ordinary visible light. You know that the visible light contains all the different wavelengths. For example, violet, indigo, blue, green, yellow, orange, red. While to the solution we are studying, we need to send only a particular wavelength. To select the particular wavelength, we use a filter. In our colorimeter in the laboratory, there are 5 or 6 filters. Simply by turning a knob, we can select the filter. In this figure, we have selected yellow filter, and yellow filter permits only yellow light to pass through while all the remaining light are absorbed. You are familiar with this phenomenon also because in your school classes you might have used the glass paper, colored plastic sheet to pass light through it. What's the color of the paper? Only that particular colored light is coming out while the other colors are not allowed to transmit through. So such a filter is used and the transmitted light has the color of the filter. Then the transmitted light is allowed to pass through the solution and the transmitted light is passing through a photocell or a sensor. That is how we get the reading. In this diagram, the same idea is represented once again, but here a corresponding graph also is shown. Here we give the concentration of the standard solutions. The corresponding values of absorbance are given here on this vertical axis, and now we get a calibration curve. Then we place the test solution in that machine. For that also we get an absorbance value. That value is found out here and we estimate the corresponding value of concentration. This is how colorimetry is working. This is the colorimeter in our laboratory in the college. It's a very simple and effective machine. In a spectrophotometer, the color is selected not by using a filter but by using a prism or a grating. So color is selected more correctly and it is passing through a slit and then through the sample then to a detector. Another difference is that in a colorimeter we can use only a visible light, While spectrophotometer, depending upon the specification, we may use UV light, visible light, or even infrared light. And the spectrophotometers are more expensive, they are more accurate, and they are more efficient as well. This is the spectrophotometer in your microbiology laboratory in the college. You can measure both the UV absorbance and also visible light absorbance. So it is double beam spectrophotometer. And it's there in your practical syllabus. We need to do experiment with this to find out the concentration of solution. That time we will use it, and we will use it more thoroughly, and you study it more thoroughly.